Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market opens up here in about 10 minutes. If you are new to these videos, very quickly, what do I mean by live? Well, what I mean is that this is not a situation where everything has already been recorded and now I'm coming back doing a post commentary or some sort of voiceover. I'm recording myself right now, seeing the information for the very first time. So if you want raw thoughts, raw emotions, raw reactions, you will get that with the video. If you want a nicely edited video, nicely scripted video, you will not get that with this video. But if you want the nitty gritty, kind of deep down, dirty look into what it's like to be a day trader, how day trading can play out, then you will get that, like I said, in the video here. Watching right now, KODK. So if you're not familiar with my screen, right there. And I'm watching 13 very closely. In fact, already alerted it to the community. If you're not familiar at claytrader.com, I do offer a private community. So right there, just get my watch list and then mention KODK, $13 key upside break point. So I might take a pre-market trade on it. I really like the setup here. Well, actually, let me bring down. So there's the pre-market chart on it right there. Although right now it is pulling back, so maybe that will never come into play. Because again, like I said, these are live, so perhaps $13 won't even be a valid trade plan. But that's just kind of how these videos go at times. And that's how trading goes. You might identify a level, and that level may never come into play. But that's the current game plan right now. Market opens up in about 9 minutes, so we'll go ahead and pause. All right, watching LAZR out of the opening gates. Kind of came out of nowhere. I mean, right before the market opened, volume just came pouring into it. So just kind of seeing what it wants to do here. Very, very jumpy, very, very volatile stock. If you do hear typing, you're not crazy. That's me just making alerts in to my private community. Oops, let's get that to the 1 minute. I forgot to change that over. Put an order out there to short at 36.50. I don't know if the price is going to get up there or not. I might be getting a little too hopeful on that one, but let's see if it can break up through 35. That is currently the very stubborn level here. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and pause for now. Looking like I'll just have to let some of these stocks out there settle down a little bit. Although I missed KODK on that 13. Missed it clearly just because I was watching LAZR. So there's that 13. Wow, no, very nice move up there. Well, congrats to members that played that. Let's see if this thing can get up to 36.50. Got up through 35. So again, 36.50 is where I'm looking at. I'd like more than 500 shares, but that would at least allow me to get my feet wet into the position. Now it's pulling back here. So I'm wondering about 34.50 as potentially. I'd like to see it get up over 35 first. Nope, down through 34.50 it goes. Well, all right, not now granted the market's only been open 3 minutes, but not really any setups here that are giving me an opportunity to make a move on. I suppose KODK did, but I just simply wasn't watching it. Oh, wow, what a fast move on that one. I mean, it still made a great move, about 60 cents, and then just turned around big time. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pause. Watching stpk here for a short of 1540, in at 1544. Just looking for a little bit of a scalp here. See if we can get it down. There we go. And it's pausing already. I'll hang on to 100 shares then. See if it wants to get any more push to the downside. So still have 100 shares. Actually try to scalp out of everything, but with the partial, decided, you know, at this point, why not hang on to 100? But I'm even questioning if that's worth it. As suspected, yeah. I mean, it moves, but not really, which is why I said a quick little scalp there. And that kind of, when I hung on to the shares and just continue to watch, I mean, you can see, just watch the level twos. It's moving, but not really, but kind of moving. So there we go. Up $67, 67 bucks in under a minute. I'll take it, but let's see what else I can find. You know, I'd mentioned 34.50 earlier on this one, and once again, 34.50 is in play. I'm not interested in shorting it on this particular candle, but made alert in the room. Said I'm not interested in taking it on this candle. So this particular candle needs to stay up above the 37. Well, it's more so 37.60. No, don't break it on this candle. Don't break it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, 34.60. Look at all that. Look at that buyer. You dirty dog. And there it goes. Well, I know. In hindsight, Clay, why don't you just take it on that candle? You're right. You're absolutely right. In hindsight, I should have done that. I shouldn't have been such a high maintenance trader, but I wanted to see that one stay up above it, and I was wrong. As now look at this go. Well, again, the consolidation prize, at least it was alerted to members. Because as you can see, some members, they might have felt comfortable taking it then. And that's why it's not a member or a group of sheep. We're like a wolf pack. We work together to say, hey, look at that. But then we leave it up to each person to make those final hunting decisions. So for the people that decided, no, I don't need to wait for the next candle, then they just had a very nice move right in their favor. But yeah, for me, as you saw there, I just got left behind. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and pause. Let's see if I can find anything else. All right, watching 14 here on KODK. Good. Nice. Yeah, pull back some more. Pull back some more, and then come back up. Again, we'll just be looking for a scalp here. I've been struggling going long on breakouts. So let's see if we can get it up through 14. I mean, I love the pattern here. I think if it can break through 14, should go nicely. There we go. Kind of. Nope. Oh, deja vu. Let's see if it wants to go again. Recency effect, big time right now. This feels oh so similar. Oh, now the pullback. I mean, the overall chart still looks fine, but I tried, and this is what has been happening. These annoying breaks and then pullbacks. See if it wants to make it another go to the upside here. Again, the overall pattern still looks fine, but I'm just really struggling with these long-sided trades recently. So we'll see if it wants to make it another go up through 14. I'm out. I'm not even going to, I don't care. Just doesn't feel right. And I realize it very well could be the recency effect. But the past few have done this exact thing. Buy the breakout, and look at that. There it goes. Buy the breakout, it breaks out, you give it a chance to keep on breaking out, and then it doesn't. So, all right, now I'm down $28 on the day, but in all actuality, I should still be watching 14 because it's still a nice little pattern. It just happened to come down, and I can always reset the trade and try again. And I will probably actually watch 14, but I'm just not going to risk holding and then having it continue on down. I'd rather just take the loss and then wait to see if it wants to come back up to 14 again. At that point, I'd be interested. But right now, it also would not shock me because it just seems like that's how the market's been recently. Just it breaks nice patterns and then kind of moves and then just drops right back to where it was. Like I said, I'll keep an eye on it. Let's see if it wants to get back up to 14. Like I said, I would not be surprised at all to see this thing pull back even further. But like I said, maybe I was wrong to have sold. Maybe this thing will recover and head back up. But you know, unfortunately, like I said, this is live trading. I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, we'll see if it wants to work its way up to 14. If it does, that would be a nice little impressive sign of strength to once again bounce back from this pullback here. But I don't even know. This thing's not even really moving that fast. And what's it gonna? If it breaks down through 1350, it should get a relatively big jolt to the downside. Where did I get out at? Got out at 1380. So yeah, quite a bit up, quite a bit of ways above where the price is currently at right now. Like I said, if 1350 cannot hold up, what is that down there? What is that high? 13. Oh, there it goes. All right, well, I'll go ahead and pause. But yeah, as of now, down $28. Coming back here on LAZR. What a move I missed there. Well, not missed, I just didn't fit my criteria, but there's that 34.50 break, went all the way down to 33. Now I'm wondering, what about a potential move back to the upside, about 34.75? But I have been struggling on going long. A lot of people are like, Clay, do you ever go long? I do go long, and it's a struggle. But again, 30, that looks great. 34.80. Let me get that alerted because that actually looks LAZR 34.80 upside breakpoint 1 minute. Yeah, more so 34.75. In there at 34.64. I think this thing, I mean, it looks great. All right, there we go. 110 bucks on that. I have no problem admitting I liked it enough to take the scalp. Do I trust it enough to keep breaking out? I do not. And right there, you'll read about that in books. The recency effect, meaning I'm letting my most recent long trade affect me. And do you see how it affected me right there? I mean, this was a whole new trade. And I don't know what you call it when you know what you're doing. Like, I realized that I was just getting out because of the recency effect. So it's not like I'm not aware, but like I said, I think there might have been a little bit of just, but look at this even now. If this thing goes red, then I'm sorry, but there is something wrong in the market when it comes to going long. Please go green, because I don't want to be scared to go long. I want to be confident to go long. So I just want this to go, yeah, all right. This is going to be bad for my psychology if this thing ultimately just goes right here. Because again, right there, nice little pattern. Nice little pattern. Got a breakout, but then that pulling back. Now, one candle doesn't make or break a move. So it's going to sting if this thing keeps going up because, yeah, I had a great entry point. But for my own, there we go. At least get up to 36. This thing should at least have a chance to 36. But I just felt way better with the scalp on that one. However, and I like to use these as my personal journals too. So I'm talking to you as viewers, but I'm also talking to myself. But and if you've watched past videos, my losses have been on longs. I buy the breakout. I try to let them break out, and then they totally fail, like you saw with KODK. And then, you know, of course, the one that I don't let break out. Oh, no. Go. Look at this. Look at that thing. Please keep breaking out. But so that's a recency effect. And like I said, I don't know what you're supposed to call it when you know that what you're doing is probably what you shouldn't be doing. But for me, I think I know what it is. It's just I know my psychology. And for me, it's just, you know what? I don't want to be scared to go long. I want to still have faith in the going long process. And to know that I went long and I walked away with $110 and I don't know how long did that trade last? 14 seconds? Yeah, 14 seconds. No, that's not right. 16 seconds. I'm not a math wizard. No, it was 14 seconds. So 14 seconds, $110 by going long. I'm not sure of many places in the world where you can make $110 in 14 seconds. And I went long doing that. There we go. Yes, breakout. Just get up to 36. That way I can still have, you know, trust in the overall long process too, that you can actually get some bigger moves there. But I have no problem in that right now. As far as getting bigger moves going from the long side, it just does not feel possible with my recent track record of going long and trying to get bigger moves. Like I said, from that KODK trade, I could have totally scalped that thing out for a quick $50, $60. But I tried to let it break out a little bit more, and it still didn't even do that. There we go, up at 36. Fantastic. All right, good. And again, right there, if you're curious, hey, Clay, how does your chat room work? Right there. 34.80, upside breakpoint. So that makes me feel very good that the people that played it the right way, not that I played it the wrong way, I knew I wanted to scalp it, but the reasoning for wanting to scalp it was the wrong way, right? To sit there and say long-sided trades never work unless you scalp. No, that's not true at all. Because here, had I not scalped, I'd be up over $1 a share. But so again, yes, I wasn't wrong to scalp it. I made $110 in 14 seconds. But my reasoning for scalp it, sitting there making stupid blanket statements of, well, I have to scalp because long-sided trades, you can't get any big moves on those things anymore. That's just my mind being overly dramatic. But and if you've never traded before, I probably sound like a crazy person. But I assure you, when you start trading with not demo trading, no offense to demo trading, but that's not real money on the line. But when you start to trade with real money on the line, and assuming you want to have success, right? If you're just here with real money and you're just a degenerate gambler, then who cares? Like, you probably like the voices that show up. But if you want to treat this seriously and get consistent at it, you're going to have voices and you're going to have these conversations that I'm having with myself out loud with you. And I want to share this with you just so you know that you're not alone as a trader. If you've ever had a situation where you get burned and then the very next trade, oh, it would have worked out had I, you're not alone. But you got to just understand why are you doing that? And for me, I picked scalping because I was just making stupid thoughts like, it'll never work out. It'll never work out. And as I stall, you can see that it did work out, and look at it go. So yeah, I get it. I look like a moron right now. I look like a moron, but that's just how that's how my psychology was working right now. And it'll make probably more sense if you watch the other videos of recent trades where I've gone long and then I still take losses. In fact, what was it? I don't remember what day, but XPEV, 2 trades in a row, tried to go long. Same beautiful setup. Loss, and then this one, loss. And then the one where I'm like, all right, let me just get a win on going long. So I'm going to scalp. Hey, that one would have worked out beautifully. But that's awesome for members. So congratulations, members. If you were somebody that, bought around that 34.80 point, fantastic. But yeah, so now I'm back up $82. It's almost 30 minutes in, so I might have to just call it a day. If you can't tell, my psychology is kind of it's not out of whack. I'm in tune with why I'm doing the decisions I am, but that doesn't mean that they were good decisions. But all right, I'm going to go ahead and pause. We'll see if I can find another trade. And I swear, the trading gods are out. 155.50. Should I try going long? Well, never mind, because there it goes, as I was deciding. Well, like I said, for my own personal psychology, great. All right, good. I mean, that stinks that I didn't go long there, but good to see that this actually did break out, got a good move to the upside. Now, granted, I'd like to see it get more continuation, but it was still overall a good solid break. And once again, I mean, members are doing fantastic. There we are. MRNA, 155, upside break point. So any members that took that, I mean, how far did it go? They just got a quick, what about a 75-cent move in their favor? But yeah, going long right now, it's definitely a struggle. Definitely a struggle. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pause. Well, MRNA continues to go, but it is building my confidence. I do feeling better about going long, knowing that had I acted a half second quicker, that I would be in a very solid trade right now. But yeah, once again, to members, congratulations. But for me, I'm just sitting from the sidelines. But sometimes this is what I need. I don't know if it's what you need, but for me, you kind of just gotta, just see things play. I'm like, okay, yeah, that does still work. Meaning for me, that voice that's sitting around saying, you just going long, you can never make any sort of good money. I mean, that was a liar of a voice, and now we've had 2 in a row that have proven that. But yeah, sometimes there is value in not taking a trade, not per se, but just observing and be like, okay, yeah, that worked out, and building that confidence back up. And MRNA as it continues to go. So yeah, awesome for members. Awesome for me too. Feeling good about going long, especially on today. I can't find really anything to really go short. And the one short I did go on, was kind of just, I mean, I would argue that was definitely a good scalp. I mean, that was a stock that, yeah, probably should just do a scalp on. But other than that, I haven't seen really anything out there worthwhile going short on. But I might be calling it a day here soon. So maybe not the most exciting video. I mean, 3 trades. But I would argue this has probably been one of the more important videos I've done in a long time in terms of trader psychology and specifically the recency effect and how it works. And not from a textbook definition, but from like a real world. You just literally witnessed how it all played out here. And look at MRNA go. So I'm continuing to stall just so you can see how MRNA continues to move from that 155 breakout point. But yeah, good stuff there. All right, I'll pause. At 158.55 here. To get short on MRNA. So in there for my opening allotment. Out there for a quick $75. I wanted more than 500, but in fact, let me do this real quick. 159. Start the process up there again at 159.55. Again, I want more than 500 shares, but I mean, I'm not going to turn down a $75 bill. I always use the analogy if I was walking down the street and I saw a $75 bill sitting there and I said, it's going to take me about 30 seconds to bend over and pick up that $75 bill. Is it worth your time? I'm not Jeff Bezos. I'm not Elon Musk. So I feel like those people would probably lose money if they actually spent the 10 seconds to pick up that $75 bill. But I'm not them. So for me, it would definitely be worth my time to bend over and pick that up. So that's why I'm willing to take that $75 there. But like I said, I was ideally wanting more than 500 shares. But I'll start the process over again up here at 159.55. So I'll go ahead and pause, and if it looks like it's going to film me, I'll get the video rolling. Cancel that order out. You can see it got up as high as 159.43. So 12 cents away on that one wouldn't have worked out. But let's all remember, where is that alert made? 155.50. And look at this thing. So talk about a confidence builder from the long side. Yeah, 155.50, upside break point. And wow, did that thing break out. So for any of you members that are still riding that, well done. I mean, I don't even see how you would. I mean, maybe right here would maybe be stopping you out. I guess it depends on how they managed it. But from my perspective, fantastic. Confidence builder to know that, oh yeah, you can still make good money going long. So it doesn't always have to be a scalp. But, well, let's see. It's 10:06. So I like to be done on average right around 30 minutes a day. So I'm a little bit above average today. But I'll just take the $157, especially when that includes a losing trade of almost $100. So I'll take it. And at the end of the day, I'm not a greedy savage. $150 for 30 minutes of quote unquote work. I don't know many places in the world where you can make $150 in 30 minutes of work. And when the work is pressing buttons online, not too bad. Real quick, if you are interested in getting these alerts that you saw play out here, then all you got to do is go to claytrader.com/team, and I offer my services there. The way to approach that, and we'll use this pricing model, $99, not per month, but for 3 months, which breaks down to $8.25 per week is just, if I make the investment of $99, do I think this service will give me at least $8.25 per week of value? If you think it'll give you at least $8.25 per week of value, then you will get a great return on your investment. And then also, as far as this video is concerned, please hit that like button if you enjoy these. They're not the easiest to make. I will keep making them if I know that there's interest, and the easy way to communicate that to me is hit that like button and then just leave a simple comment. Even if it's a thumbs up emoji, a smiley face emoji, comments and hitting that like button, let me know, yeah, Clay, these may not be the easiest, given you have to talk to us, given you have to think for yourself, given you have to think for your community, type up alerts for your community, press buttons for yourself, for your own trades. I mean, there is a lot going on. And again, these are live. This is not a voiceover. So I'm literally doing everything spur of the moment. Not easy, but doable. And I will keep doing them, but I just need to know that it's worth my time. So like I said, the easy way to communicate that to me, hit the like button, and even just a simple thanks, Clay comment. Smiley face emoji goes a long way. And then also check out the channel as a whole. I'm not a believer in saying, hey, subscribe to my channel after one video. Okay, it's one video. But I'd ask, hey, check out the channel. Look at everything else, and hopefully you like what you see enough to hit that subscribe button, as I'd love to have you as a subscriber. But yeah, just be aware of the recency effect. It's a very real thing. Acknowledge it and do what you have to do to overcome it. And you saw how I helped overcome it now by watching some of these other long plays play out very nicely. So you're not alone if you struggle with it. It's there. You're a human being, so just be aware of it and do what you need to do, like I said, to deal with it. Thanks for hanging out. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.